What's going on? I'm Clifffield. You are tuned into BallerAlert. I am here with Mr. Ollie, Mr. Adrian, and Mr. Jimmy. These guys play Jeffrey, Carlton, and Uncle Phil on Bel Air. How you guys feeling today, man?
Oh, fantastic,
good,
man.
Good.
Listen, it's so good to have you three guys together. I feel like you guys delivered some tough moments that a lot of men, I think, around the world can kind of, relate to. Uncle Phil with the pressures of being a man in the house and still supporting your wife. Carson kind of tapped into like drugs and a little bit of like, mental health. And then you have Jeffrey who kind of handled business and kind of, went through some dark moments there. Why do you guys feel like it was important to have these characters shown on television today?
Well, because, these characters are a representation of the world we live in and the culture and the community, so we take a lot of pride and responsibility in this platform, having this platform that, people can learn from, from our show and the situations that our characters are put in. Vulnerability is actually a superpower. It's a heroic trait and characteristic, and a lot of people see that as a weakness.
Yeah.
And I love the writing. Shout out to Carla Waddles and our writing team, Morgan Cooper, for putting together such an incredible show, and we feel so blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's been a dream come true for all of us.
And like you said, the way the show writes for us is different. It's special. I feel like we're in our own lane in terms of the show, what it's doing. I think if you turn right, then it turns into a stereotype, and we're constantly going left, going like, no, this is not how we are seen on TV, through our own lens, through the Black lens. We are able to represent Black excellence. We're able to address taboos, mental health, love, Black love. You know what I mean? And
affluence
and aspiration, and at the same time show that it's not just about the money. I mean, this is just a family. All families, no matter where you're from, have problems and issues that they need to overcome,
regardless how much money you have.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then family doesn't have to be blood, So Jeffrey, he's like a brother to Phil. He's Uncle G, and obviously we left at the end of season 1 where things were in tatters, and yet season 2 is gonna allow us to explore if Phil and Jeffrey can recover from this, and how that fallout has impacted them both, especially Jeffrey in terms of, what's going on in his own personal life, in terms of the mystery of it.
Absolutely. Now, I think one of the things that I love personally about the show is the acting is dynamic. Like, I think about some movies and shows where it's hard for me to separate the actor from that character. I kind of see that person in real life as that person, especially with you, Carlton. I feel like whenever I see you, even in interviews, I'm like, I still see Carlton from the show. I feel like do you guys see yourselves in any of your characters?
I mean, look, I think that the beauty of how Carlton is written is that you're presented with this character that you don't like off the bat, but then as the season goes on, as the series continues, you see more and more of yourself in him, right? Obviously, there's little personality stuff that I don't think everyone shares, but the feeling of, not knowing where you fit in a community, the feeling of finding your place, the feeling of having a fractured identity, and then on top of that, dealing with your own personal struggles with mental health. So I think in a lot of ways, I see Carlton more as a little brother, right? Every time I read a script, I see him more as, oh, don't worry, you're going to get there someday. Like, keep growing, my dude. You'll find your way. But I will take the compliment. I thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For sure. Now, I played this game with Sandra, Coco, and Akira. I kind of like a little personality game because I love that you guys have such a good vibe with each other. I saw you guys at ABFF, and I'm like, they seem like a real true family. So I'm going to give you guys a few characteristics and tell me which castmate matches that characteristic.
Ooh,
so,
all right.
Let's see if it matches up with the ladies. So who's the life of the party?
Jabari. Or Jordan.
Did you say the ladies?
The life of the party. I would say Jordan. I would say Jordan. Because Jordan put Jabari on, right?
Yeah,
Jordan, yeah.
Okay. So who's serious all about their business?
Coco.
Yeah, from day one.
Okay.
She's
straightforward. That's it.
The trailer and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, who's our jokester?
Say it again.
Jokester makes all the jokes.
Cassandra.
Cassie, you're so right.
Cassandra,
yeah.
Cassandra.
Okay. And now the ladies couldn't answer this question, so maybe you guys can. Who's our emotional one? There's always one emotional person in the group. The ladies couldn't answer this question.
Who's
Emotional?
the most
Emotional. Honestly, probably Jabari. He's never gonna admit to it.
I see.
That's
He's a sensitive
interesting.
soul.
Yeah, he's never gonna admit. There was this
I'd go
one
one. Go on, no, sorry.
Well, there was this one time it was last year before the first trailer or anything dropped, and we were all sitting at breakfast or whatever. And granted, we'd had a few mimosas, but I think he had just gotten a text about the fact that the ad was gonna play for at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and he just had this moment of like, oh my God, it's real, and he started crying. It was very adorable.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't ever tell him I told you
He
that
can
story.
cry on a
It's our
dime.
secret.
When we're doing scenes, he's like, which eye do you want? How many? He's so available emotionally. Like
he's really good.
He's a real talent.
I'm trying to pull hair out my leg and everything.
We're trying to.
So get
Oh,
there.
you know what? Another emotional person, because he's another member of this cast, is Morgan Cooper. I would say he
Oh, yeah,
gives
he
Jabari
feels.
a run for his money.
He feels.
Morgan
Yeah.
is so he's a genius and he's so
I mean,
humble.
to create something like this, he has to be, you know, and tactful.
Yeah, in order to create,
Yeah,
you know,
there
this
you go.
show. Yeah,
There you go.
he's tapped in.
Well, listen, congrats on everything. Good luck at the NAACP Awards. I'm rooting for you guys.
Thank
I
you
can't wait
so
to finish
much.
Season 2. Thank you guys for having me today, man. Take care.
Thank
it was
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Take care.